Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14, and today I'll show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up the first time, you should be presented with the same screen that you can see on my end, and all you get to do is just click on an arrow and find your desired language from the list. Now for me, it already selected a correct one, so I'm just going to click on next. Now we can choose a region. I recommend selecting any region that is actually consumer friendly, like for instance anything that is in European Union. Under no circumstance would I ever even recommend selecting UK as your region. UK people don't want to live there nowadays apparently, but it's also not a very friendly kind of place legally towards EU. So the reason I'm pointing that out is because when it comes into European Union, they do fight for consumer rights, which forces companies to basically abide by specific rules that EU presents them with. Therefore, if you select such a region, you should kind of fall under those laws, which, for instance, if Apple is forced to open up their store to third-party stores, they're not going to be doing that in the US, but they're going to be doing that in the European Union just because they have to. Select European Union and you're good to go. In any case, I'm going to just select perfect place, China. Now this is just whatever, I don't really care how it's set up, so don't follow me exactly. If you want to choose a region that is good, for instance, you can choose something like Poland. Anyway, moving on, we have legal information, so user agreement and privacy policy. We're not really agreeing to anything right here, but you can tap on the blue text what you are supposedly should be agreeing to, but next doesn't mean agree, legally speaking. So yeah. Anyway, set up using another device. So if you have a second phone, you can see that it shows up with such a thing like this, set up a new device. So this allows me to basically move over the data from this device to this one, but I believe only covers data that is stored on the cloud, like contacts, messages, and anything that Google can hoover up. So I'm gonna be skipping this. There is other options for importing data, much better ones than whatever we have throughout the setup process right here. So if you want to move over data from your old device to this one, I will show that at the end once I'm done setting up the phone. So anyway, here we have the option to connect to our Wi-Fi. I believe this step is optional. No, never mind, it's not, because screw me. Why would you be able to set up your device the way you want to? No. It's you're gonna be setting it up the way OPPO wants it, or Google, one of those. So yeah, privacy go bye-bye, because God forbid you would ever be able to have freedom of your choices here. Now I want to point out, typically you will be able to skip Wi-Fi and, for instance, be forced to insert a SIM card to go through mobile network. But as far as I'm aware, to select eSIM, you need Wi-Fi connection, which means that now companies found a way to force you to sign into network just so they can start right off the bat hoovering up all your personal data. Fantastic. So I do need to connect so I can actually finish the damn setup. So doing that, with annoyance, now move over to the next page. Checking network info. No one ever asked you to do that, so you could go to the next page. Anyway, copy apps and data. Again, another way to move over information. Like I said, there is a better way, so I'm going to select don't copy. And we should have our eSIM page right now. Nope, never mind. It's first signing into Google. This is Android, so you're probably going to sign into your Google just because, downloading applications and all that stuff is how you do it. I also want to point out something right now. This is still running Android, 15, which means you have access to unsigned applications, let's call it this way. So any app that you can find online, you can download it and install it as long as you allow this in the settings. Soon enough that won't be the case, so load up your device with whatever applications you want right now that are unsigned before this update comes out, because soon enough you will be forced to download every single application strictly from Google Play Store. If it seems monopolistic, that's because it is, but apparently US is completely fine with that. Monopoly is fine now. Literally court said it. So anyway, I will be skipping this just for the sake of it, but I do want to point that out in terms of Google. You will require soon enough this account no matter what, because that's the only way you're going to be able to have any kind of applications on your device. Next, we have connect to mobile network. So like I said, this is the SIM card page. You can insert your SIM card, a physical one at the bottom right here, or you can download eSIM, which is a QR code that you just need to scan with the camera of this phone. And I'm not going to be doing either one of those. Next, we have unlocking method. So we have basically password, which contains PIN pattern or password, and fingerprint and face recognition as biometrics. Now, for the fingerprint and face recognition, as these are biometrics, they are not 100% reliable, and therefore you are always forced to also choose PIN pattern or password as your unlocking method if you want to use any of these. Or alternatively, you can just skip protecting your device, but I would not recommend doing so. It's what I will be doing, but I don't recommend it for you, as your phone keeps all your personal information. So if you were to ever lose this device, obviously whoever finds it has freedom to access anything that you have on that phone without ever being stopped by any kind of protection. So seems like a not a very good idea. So I do recommend always protecting your phone. Anyway, next we have Google services like location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. We can turn all of these off, but let's be honest, this is from Google, and even though I turn off sending user and diagnostic data, Google won't be cutting away their paycheck by gathering data about me and selling it, so let's not kid ourselves. They have also multiple different ways of gathering data, and one that might not be listed in this specific method, so just know if these titles actually data them, number one, people that commit crime wouldn't be found, and number two, Google wouldn't be in antitrust lawsuits. Next, you have to choose your search, your browser and search engine. So we're going to click on next and find the browser that you want to use. There's actually a decent amount of them. I'll be choosing Firefox as this is my actual go-to option. God forbid you ever choose Chrome. And next we have select a search engine. Now the search engine page is much smaller, so we don't have actually all the search engines. So we do have basically primarily all the same garbage, which nowadays almost every search engine is absolutely abominable, as far as I can tell. Bing, Google don't really matter too much. They all work like shit. So choose whatever you're probably most accustomed to, but this one will be the default kind of search engine that you can select. I believe in the settings you can actually add specific search engines that you might want to use by just actually adding the domain of it, but here we don't have that option. Recommended services. Now this is a vast list, so I'm not even going to go over this. You can go through this and see what you like, what you don't like, and turn it off, and move over to the next page, which allows you to choose the system navigation. We have buttons and gestures. Default gestures. You can change it to buttons if you want to. I do personally like gestures, so I'm going to click on next and get started, and this will now take me to the home screen with the device fully set up. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.